Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is a review for Love and Marriage DC. Okay, the episode that came on last night where winter steals the show. Okay, I feel like, honey, I don't know if this show should even get a season two because the regular main cast could not even hold their own. But I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, we're gonna get into what happened last night because otherwise I feel like we ain't got nothing to talk about. Cause y'all do know that Winter is not a main character. Ain't that crazy? She's not a main character, but she round here holding down the whole show. And that's quite crazy. That is crazy to me because the show was supposed to be about Monique and her friends, and that ain't even what we got this season. So what's the point? Okay, but I want y'all to know a couple of things, a couple of things, a couple of things. One, Winter went live last night on IG after the episode aired, and she gave a whole great, it was like over an hour, about an hour and a half, I think. And she was just going into detail about different things from the show, how she feels about this or that. So I want y'all to be sure to go ahead and watch it because y'all know I put it on my channel because that's what I do. That is always what I do. Because I always feel like we should, sometimes we need an additional explanation to things that don't seem right to us. So I appreciated Winter going on her own IG page or whatever, going live and saying what she said, answering questions, because I asked some questions too. Because I was wondering. I wanted to know. Okay, so what's up on my page? Go ahead around there and watch it because it's a good little kiki. Okay, boom. I had to put the thumbnail because I didn't have it up and ready. Okay. But again, it was a good listen. Okay, the whole time she was talking, it was information, it was what was going on, it's how she felt, and how I think other people felt as well. So go ahead and give Winter, the video I posted, on my thing, a little look see. But yeah. Now you also know that P Valley came on. Oh, girl, I'm so look, honey, I done forgot to say hey, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. Yes, I am here. Okay. Y'all know to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, down, okay. Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and on Twitter. And y'all know to like, comment, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section because this is a live conversation between me and y'all. Y'all know all those things. All those things. Okay. But again, I want to say watch the live I put up of Winter. Y'all know tonight I'll be live for the P Valley After Show Chit Chat. Okay, so tonight at 11:10, that's already set up on my page. So make sure to go around and set a whole little reminder to come through tonight because the episode, baby. Okay, look, if y'all have already seen it, do not post not nan spoiler in the chats. Okay, it will get you blocked. Do not post not nan spoiler in the chat. We're gonna have a whole after show chit chat by P Valley tonight at around 11:10 p.m. Okay, 11:05, 11:10. Y'all know when the episode ends, just come on around here and have a conversation. Okay, now tomorrow at 9 p.m. we will have a live review for Housewives of Atlanta and also Married to Medicine, which are both on tonight. The season premiere is on tonight for Married to Medicine. So again, I'll be live for those two shows tomorrow at 9 p.m. Where on JayLee's Corner. But y'all here right now for this. Okay, for the DC of it all. Okay, around here and whatnot. Yeah. But hey y'all. Okay. Hey. Let me go say hello to the people in the chat. Hey to everyone popping in and everything. Hey ma. Okay, happy Sunday. You can sip and whatever. I should have had me a little, but I'm not. Okay. Winter has been she's been carrying the show. You hear me? Winter is the show. These are facts. Said again, Jaylee. How can you depend heavily on a friend of the show? Okay. Winter definitely needs to be a full-time next season because she has earned it. And she spoke about how she ended up honey, I throw in the sweatshirt. It feels so, honey, stuff's so loose now. Stuff is so loose now. But she spoke about how she wasn't supposed to be on the show like that. And, just what happened and whatever. So, I like hearing all of that. Hey. She's embedded in everybody's brains. I'm embedded in your fucking brain, you know what I'm saying, per Candy, talking to Nene and whatever. Okay, so hey. Winter is just a friend of the show, but she's reality TV gold. Season 2 is coming. Applaud Winter for it. Winter said what it would take for her to come back for season 2. She said it in the last of me. I'm telling y'all, going around in my channel. Going around now. After the live, of course. After this live, go watch. Don't leave here and go there. No, don't do that. Stay around here, and then we'll see what happens when we leave here. Y'all can go watch it there. But I loved her. Just what I'm saying, just answering our questions and everything. Okay. Hey, Team Winter. Winter's interesting. Winter's gonna be the reason for a new season. But this is the thing. That's if they can get her to come back. Because we have one more episode. Next week is the season finale. Then it's a reunion, like a 2-part reunion. So I can't wait to see how. Because honey, she gave some info on that reunion, and I'm like, I get it. I get it. What's up, Bravo? Not ruining the Married to Medicine. Honey, I don't work for Bravo. Winter's back has to be hurting for care. Honey, back hurt, leg hurt, arms hurt, neck hurt, everything. Her whole body just sore. Winter needs to be a full timer. Ashley better pick her back because she lost this one. I don't care for singles on a married show. This, in my opinion, they keep ganking up. I feel like there's something wrong because the show. The reason I don't mind Winter being on the show is because she has been married. So it's not as if, what I'm saying, it's nothing. And I also don't think that we should make it seem like married folks don't have single friends. You know what I'm saying? That's cool or whatever. So we shall see. Okay. The show was boring to me. The show was boring. I always fell asleep and just waiting for your reviews. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. But let's get into it's almost let's get on into what we came here to get into. If I can just find the love mirrors. Okay, there you go. Also, y'all know Bell Collective is coming back, so I'm going to be re-uploading my Bell Collective season 1 reviews. Bell Collective has been off the air since like February or March of last year, and I feel like I don't really remember nothing that happened, and y'all may not either. So I'm re-uploading all the full season of my reviews, so episodes 1 through 9. Plus the 2-part reunion. So every day I put one up already. I put one up today. So there's already episode 1 of season 1 of Bill Collective is already up on my channel. So every day around noon, I'll upload a part of it too. Because when the season comes back the end of July, at least that point, we'll be up to date on what happened before. Okay. But we shall see. Even the way Monique brought information back with Shady and set up Winter, I agree. It's love and marriage. Everyone has to be married in order to be on the show. Winter is perfect for the show. I think she handles couples collectively. She's too quick with her shade. Okay. It was amazing. Let's get into what happened last night. I need to pull up my notes, first of all. So the episode starts, and I put this up for a reason. I feel like, again, winter is the season that everyone is trying to get into, okay? Because, well, not get into, I know what I mean. Winter is like the queen of the show right now. And I think no matter if you like the other couples, if you like whatever else, we can't ignore the fact that everyone consistently talks about Winter in all conversations and all ways. Even if we have a little dabble of Monique and Chris's bullshit. We had a little dabble of Quick being too busy. We had a little dabble of Arena and Jamie, honey, needing some counseling. The majority of this whole season was about Winter. Clearly about Winter. I was thirsty. And that's the crazy part. So we do see everybody driving up on a party bus in the middle of winter, with snowstorm or whatever, and Monique and Chris's extra house or whatever. Okay, so they all get there, but the whole ride they're still talking about winter. Okay, it's all about winter, and we see the DJ Fun Size who keeps calling winter a liar. They're trying to explain how winter's coming, Kevin's possibly coming, and how Kevin had these papers or whatever that he talked to the guys or whatever. Monique like, well, no, Winter has shown me either texts and stuff that they're going through that is really Kevin's the issue, and the fact that Fun Size, I believe Kevin. I'm like, you know what, Fun Size, fuck you. Okay, I feel like for some reason Quick is messy, and we're gonna say why he's messy later on or whatever. But because my thing is, why are you so involved in the conversation of Winter and the ladies? Like, if you notice, Jamie don't say too much, and neither does Chris. But DJ Quicksilver, Lil Fun Size, he's for sure a Peter times 20. Okay, he wants to be a housewife. You hear me? He wants to be the missus of the missus. Okay, because why are you so involved? You are being shady for no reason. You're always commenting on things going on. You're the only man who's fully involved in what's going on with ladies. Okay, are you your husband's wife or your wife's husband? I want to know. Either way go, you a bitch. I do not like Quick for the simple fact that he consistently is inserting himself in the mess, which makes Ashley be in the mess, and then Winter has to kind of beat them both down with a stick, and it ain't fair. Be like the husbands and let the wives handle it. Why are you so involved? It's one thing for you to want to support your wife and who she don't like. I get that, but it's giving real hater vibes. If Ashley don't see Winter, that's cool, but you adding your 20 on 10 is stupid. Okay, you think it's cute. You think you are. You think you funny. No, you look like a bitch because you're consistently involved in female issues. That's their bullshit. Okay, but I'm leave that on that. So they feel like, because Ashley said she felt like Kevin is a scammer, but she agreed with that part or whatever. But it's like, I don't care, and this is the gotcha. You can say you don't care, Ashley, because they're all you want, but you do not care about what's going on between Winter and Kevin. But y'all are fully involving yourselves in what's going on. Winter made a great point, and she said, I had one conversation with Monique. And that one conversation has been the point of this whole season, which is true. This whole season has revolved around Winter being honest about what she was going through. And then when the mean girls, who I'm gonna say is Arena and Ashley, was trying to pick on her and make fun of her, and Winter hit back, and now they extended. That was part one of the season. Part two of the season was her have that one conversation with Monique, which Monique then went back and told them things separately, which caused other blow-ups for no reason. So anyone, and that goes for Monique, that goes for Arena, that goes for Ashley, even for Tasha, it's him right there. Y'all fully used that lady as a storyline. Now it was either y'all or the producers, but either way, no one gave except Winter. And that's sad, because the married women on here who have husbands in their lives were not able to carry the show. Winter's story about her having to leave her current, well, now ex-husband, and what happened, the fact that each of y'all married women who also have businesses or whatever were not interesting enough for producers to not want to focus on solely Winter. And that's the gotcha. To say, I ain't around here, I don't care no more. Because Ashley kept saying, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I believe Kevin's scam or whatever, but fine, I don't care. Well, that's cool. But what else do you have going on, Ashley? Arena, what else do you have going on? Even Monique, what do you have going on? You are the centerpiece of the show. And it's aggravating because Monique said around episode 1 how she was happy this show wasn't like Potomac. The producers aren't up here creating drama. It can be a real sisterhood. And then y'all sat up here for a full season and centered the drama around Winter and then allowed the other women to basically gang up on her. And that does not mean that Winter is 100% a victim of whatever else. However, all she did was say, hey, going through divorce, I thought I knew my husband, but I don't. And y'all use that shit for the full season. Period. It's crazy to me. Now, they do get to the house, okay, eventually or whatever. Monique gives them gift bags. And what's in the gift bags? More stuff that's kind of about Winter. Okay, she gave them fun-sized Snickers, and she gave them little flashing red lights because of what Winter said. And I'm like, again, how you using Winter stuff even in your gift giving, Monique? How is that going on? Okay, it was funny, though. And she also gave them a ball gag because Chris told her to be quiet. But whatever, okay? Now, we do see that Winter gets there with the sex therapist, Jennifer. And then conversations are had. But again, the fact that Winter sat up there looking amazingly gorgeous, about my ass. She's amazingly gorgeous. And we see, Winter brings up how she's not really worried about the people there. She had odds with Arena. She's at odds with Ashley. Monique cannot be trusted or whatever. But it's like, my issue ain't that. My thing is Kevin coming. But if Kevin come around here, I'm gonna handle him. I'm gonna handle him ASAP. Okay. Now, Arena did say, I don't know why she's here. I don't know why Winter's here. You know what I'm saying? We know why she's there, to save the show. Please do not think for a second that Winter came just because. Production said we need Winter there because she's the vocal point this season. They also said, thank you, Tawana, for the sticker. Thank you so much. Okay. Production told Monique and Chris, y'all can't go up to that cabin and talk about y'all shit. It ain't gonna work. It's gonna be boring. You can't tell me that they said invite Winter, because even though Monique was introduced to the sex therapist through Winter, Winter did not have to be. Winter is not married. She don't need a sex therapist. And production then say, okay, Monique, you need to invite Winter. Chris, you need to invite Kevin. Because let's be honest, what else would there be to talk about? So to say, why was Winter invited? Arena, because you couldn't carry the show. Because the issues in your marriage, you won't admit right now. Arena reminds me of Portia. When Portia first came on the scene on Housewives of Atlanta, and she was defending the crap out of Cordell as his wife, and she was really unhappy as hell. Arena is unhappy. Arena can attempt to try to make us feel like they have this great marriage. You look sad. You look depressed. And that ain't me being mean, rude, or you look sad. You look like, and the fact that you admit that you try to look perfect, you can't admit on camera how much you are trying to look perfect for other people, and then want to post on social media like, oh, we're amazingly in love. Look how we stay in love. That's fake. That's you perpetrating to look perfect even more. I would respect Arena and Jamie even more if they just admitted they had issues, because they have been married for all these years, and it's hard because who they were 25 years ago is not who they are now. Period. So, Arena, why is she here? Why are you here? What did you bring? What did you do? Nothing. She is just like Portia was with Cordell, and that's in that first season, where you want people to believe that even if y'all have issues, y'all great, you love that man. No, you look sad and depressed, and I hope that you are okay. You hear me? You up and telling Winter, who you did not know, about your husband who you thought was cheating, but you couldn't catch him cheating, even though at night he will fall asleep at red lights. Okay. When I was watching, and I see y'all comments, and I'm not ignoring y'all comments. I see them or whatever. I'm trying to stay a little bit focused. But if you watch the show, you can see every crack in everyone's situation, and that isn't a negative thing, because everyone has something they need to work on. No one's perfect. No one's relationship. No, nothing is perfect. It is what it is. But it's the fact that women who just cannot or will not or have not left their fucked up husbands yet are choosing to have issue with a woman who told y'all what she did and how she left. That's crazy to me. Crazy. So Arena, I don't know why she's here. We still trying to figure out why you still with Jamie. Because you don't seem happy. It feels like every time that you are in when you're in a group of people, that's when you can freely talk shit about him because he can't punch you in the throat. And I'm not saying he's aggressive. I'm using it as a metaphor. I'm not saying he's abusive. I'm using it as a metaphor. You use the group as the place to be able to call your husband out for what you don't like. And because you feel like your husband has cheated, you can't prove it. So you can't leave. But Winter had proof of one cheating husband and one scam husband, and she got out of both situations. You still stuck in yours. So a part of me feel like you are jealous and envious of the strength Winter had to leave. So when she called you out on your own shit, you are defensive because you don't want anyone to see who you really are. And I say this in support of women knowing when to walk away from something that does not serve them. So many times we stay in situations because, oh, you don't want to hurt someone. You don't want to upset other folks who are rooting for you. So Arena staying with Jamie because she does not have the proof to leave, for one, and she feel like if I leave, I'm a failure, and I need to be perfect, so I can't leave. And that's my issue. Like, you should be happy that Winter was able to leave two toxic situations and still be as good as she is right now. But no, y'all want to throw it in her face as if y'all husbands ain't shit. Get out my damn face. Anyway, so we then see each couple talk to the counselor and with the sex therapist, Jennifer. Okay, now Fun Size and his wife, who I do not like. I tried to, from episode 1, I said, I don't like Ashley. I said she's a mean girl who is out here trying to pick up people, and I don't like her. And I feel vindicated in that because every episode she's shown that. That does not mean that's all that she is, but it shows because of her insecurities, because maybe even her depression. Y'all know she suffers from depression. What is going on with her mentally is a reason she has to make other folks the issue. She has stuff going on within herself, and that's why she ends up being a mean girl. And when you are a grown-ass woman, there's no point in being a mean girl. There isn't. I get when you're growing up, when you're younger, and in middle school and high school, even in college, we do have tendencies to be different. We could be like snobby or whatever it may be. But once you are a grown woman who is married with children, like once you've lived a life, you should know, you know what, this isn't the way I should be at all. And I consider that as a 40-year-old grown woman who has been through life and had to live through things. You grow to learn, you know what? Because I heard someone say, don't let nobody don't change for anybody. Be who you are. I'm like, change is not changing is stupid. There's a difference between not allowing people to change who you are versus growing to be who you're supposed to be. And it's the fact that Ashley seems like she hasn't grown up yet. She seemed like, on this show for what because I don't know her in real life. So I can only speak by what's being shown. It seemed like she is an insecure woman with an insecure husband. And their superpower is they like to be tag team against whoever else because we're the best. And I'll use Arena and Jamie as a kind of an example. I don't think Jamie and Arena are insecure as far as who they are as people. I feel like Jamie and Arena are not mean people. Jamie's just a cheater, and Arena wants to be perfect, but they don't want to treat people as if they're less than them. I feel like Ashley and Fun Size likes making other people seem like they're beneath them. Even though Jamie and Arena will say how but they dress great and they're the best couple or whatever, fine. I still don't get a mean, malicious bone from them when it comes to other people or whatever. I fully get that from Quick and Ashley. Now, it could be because of season 1, they don't know how they're coming off. I don't know, because I don't know them. But it's what I see. So, when Fun Size and Ashley talking about, and they're talking about their sex life. Jesus, please be offense. He brings up how, she likes to have a lot of sex. And, his words, not mine. He said, I beat the brakes off of the cooch and I bang her out. We had sex about 5 times or whatever, but I'll be tired and she still wants more. She then brings the apology because he got gout, whatever. I feel like anybody who consistently boasts about having sex 5 times, it was how Quick was explaining we had sex, we banging. I'm like, sir, you talking like a kid. You talking like a 17-year-old who be fucking for days. Not like a grown man with a wife and children. That's how teenagers explain sex. That ain't how grown folks talk about sex. And I talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? So that isn't how it goes. So I was like, it was a whole 5 times. She still wants more, whatever. And I'm like, first of all, sir, you do know we are aware that you're putting 20 on 10. Because she complaining about how you never home. She complained about how busy you were. She had to go to your boss to ask him, your manager, to ask him to give you time off because you're never home. So my thing is, he's either not that busy work or y'all not that busy fucking. Because it can't be both. A man who was always busy working to where you feel like you're a single mom who's married because he's never home, he's always working. But you want us to believe that y'all having sex all the time, 5 times. First of all, unless it's 5 quick times, when does he have time to do that? Did y'all forget that y'all whole storyline was about him being too busy? Did you forget that? We didn't forget. In the words of Alex, Pepper's Farm remembers. So either way it go, to me, y'all lying about something. You either boasting too much, and then even him, because I got I ain't no Fun Size. And when she said, it starts off as a Fun Size and then grows to a king size Snickers. No one cares. No one cares at all. And this is the thing. The way they spoke about their sex life just did not seem truthful. It seemed boastful. If my man banging me out, I don't need to explain it to anybody else because him and I know what's going on. Their conversation was less about how they want to balance how many times they had sex. It was more about, because you called my husband Fun Size, let me make sure folks know he ain't Fun Size. That ain't how it goes. It isn't at all. And look, I don't have to be a married woman to know how a grown married person should talk about their marriage and their sex life. You hear me? No one has to be married to analyze any of this shit. You just have to be an adult who has lived life and know a couple of things. Because look at Neil and Tasha who's sitting there. They didn't have to boast about nothing. Not nothing. Ashley and Fun Size, y'all ain't fooling me at all. At all. At all. No married couple was saying we be having it be about 5 times. Who cares? And in real life, adults who are grown and working and doing things and whatever, you don't have time to consistently bang 5 times. You don't have time. Because sex takes about a good hour from start to finish. So on how many days do y'all have an extra 5 to 6 hours be around here banging for 5? Look, I know, and there's also days that you can have a sex day. And a sex day is, conversation time. A sex day is a day where you both don't go to work, you stay at home, and you have sex all day. You have a little bit of sex, drink some water, eat a sandwich, watch a little show, have some more sex. It's a marathon of sex all day. But that is maybe once or twice a month or whatever, because we have lives to live. And the quick is really as busy as y'all wanted us to believe. When do you have time to bang 5 times and then she wants more? And then Ashley being kind of offended and saying, bitch, what? When the therapist asked, are you over 40? Because her point was, because once you get over 40, your libido goes up. You want a lot of sex. I'm not sure. Girl. Cause your ninja, you gonna get off. They're fully lying. You hear me? You hear me? Okay. And look, am I talking too much? Am I talking too much, y'all? I can shut up if y'all want me to. You know what I'm saying? The other couples were laughing in their heads, like, why is he lying? For what? For who? Ashley could pass for 40. And this is the thing, I'm 40. 40 is not old. I'm 40. I don't look old. I look tired because I'm tired. But again, it's like 40 isn't an insult, especially if you're in your late 30s. I'm like, get out of my damn face. And this is the thing, every woman and everyone on this show looks good. Ashley and Raina are beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? I think James is a handsome man. I think Chris, you know what I'm saying? I think, Neil and Natasha is great. Silver, because I don't like him, he's a fucking Oompa Loompa to me. Oompa Loompa, doopy dee doo. We got another song for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. I don't like him because of how he is attaching himself to the drama with Winter. Okay? But the thing is, you can't be out here acting like I'm banging my wife out. I'm banging her out 5 times. Sir, that means y'all ain't got no. Y'all have too much time on your hands, because y'all not work. Y'all are not rich enough to not work. Y'all both be grinding. Because I know Ashley has a podcast. She has a club. Like Ashley is, she has businesses, so she's busy as well. Quick is supposedly DJing. I don't know all the time or whatever. So when y'all have time to do that? When? Ashley don't look like she's in her 30s. She doesn't. She do look like she could be in her 40s, but that does not mean she looks old. Not at all. Raina and Ashley look the same age. And they're 2 different ages. You can't tell me they don't look any different at all. So, miss me. The truth be told, Winter looks the youngest. You hear me? So, miss me with the bullshit, because you can't fool me. So again, Quick and Ashley, little Fun Size is around here on BS, and they think we don't see it. And I think it can be because they think we can't see past how gorgeous Ashley is, and how fun size think he's funny. And if you think about it, the people who to me exude the most confidence in these situations is Tasha and Winter. Monique, in my opinion, is trying to play devil's advocate and is losing that game horribly. You hear me? But Neil and Tasha go next. And Neil and Tasha, we have never, like, the fact that we are on episode 9 and we're just really getting Neil and Tasha into things proves this season wasn't shit. Monique looks the youngest on her IG. We fully see her like all natural. I think she looks very, you cannot tell. But Monique is only in her 30s. But Monique looks gorgeous. You hear me? You hear me? Okay. I want to make that clear. But Neil and Tasha, who was a whole married couple, who when she said their issue is that they their sex life has went down because he doesn't want to get a vasectomy. She is scared to get pregnant. So she's like, so they're married and they're having sex with condoms. Okay. And I'm like, why haven't we tapped into what they got going on? Because everyone seems to be boring besides Winter's situation. I would have loved to have gotten more information and seen more of Tasha and Neil, because to me, that even their short banter about, her, like, we use condoms, they use condoms, and him, like, can you fix that? I'm like, what's going on there? That seems like an interesting conversation when a married couple, that's like how it was with Candace and Chris. When Candace said she don't, they was going to use a condom. But for me, I would never get married and then use condoms. I just wouldn't. If I don't want to get pregnant, if I as a woman did not want to get pregnant, I would figure out what I had to do to not get pregnant. But I'm like, it would not be condoms. I also don't think I would want my husband to have a vasectomy. Now, I don't know if they have kids already, and that can be a thing, because I'm like, if he wants kids, it would not make sense for him to have a vasectomy yet. But if they already have children and she does not want more kids, like, that's a greenlit conversation they need to have. But I liked even this little bit of them. So if we do come back next season, I hope we get to hear more of what they got going on or whatever. I'm saying, Arena and Jamie, Arena said she thinks they have lazy sex. I said, lazy sex? I mean, okay. Jamie brings up how, that he's always ready for sex, but she act different or whatever. He brought up how she does not like him giving her oral sex. When this fool said he feel like they've been together so long that they're like siblings who sometimes it was something like they're siblings who used to have sex. It was some weird ass ancestral conversation. I was like, that is nasty. What do you mean? And for her, she said, well, I stopped him from giving me head because I'm like, let's just get it over with. And I'm like, I'm confused, because if you're saying sex is lazy, so you do not want him to give you head because you kind of want to get it over with, you can't then say that you want intimacy and not quick sex if you want him to just quickly bang you out. That confused me. I get that she wants him to be more romantic. I get that. But I was like, sometimes head is a part of intimacy. Or have y'all had a conversation about what y'all love language is for one? It was like y'all can't be having good sex. It can't be, because my thing is, if you love him how you say you love him on social media, you would not want him to satisfy you orally. That does not make any sense to me. If anything, you would not want him to fuck you, because that's the quick part. So it was a whole weird conversation in general with him too, and I was confused. Because he wants to be with his wife and do all these things or whatever, but she don't want. It was just, I was like, I can't. And maybe it's because maybe she still believes he's not exclusive. But that, if I think that, I don't want you putting your penis in me, sir. because you're sharing it with other people. Now, I would get it. She does not want to give him head because she thinks he may be doing other things like that. Makes sense. But it's a disconnect between them two, and that's why I'm looking like y'all have avoided this kind. It's no reason that we have avoided getting into what y'all have going on. But Jamie and Irena seem to be okay with this facade of being absolutely in love. Y'all can't even fuck right. Y'all can't even come to a conclusion on what y'all sex issues are. Y'all have a whole miscommunication when it comes to sex in general. So either way it go, both of y'all are not satisfied sexually. That's what I think. And a part of being in not a full part, but a part of being happy in any relationship is you want to be sexually satisfied. And if the wife feel like, well, I don't want head, but I also need intimacy. I don't want to be just bang, bang, bang. And then the husband saying, well, what I'm saying, I'm trying to do this and do that, but she doesn't allow it. It's like, what the hell's going on? Monique and Chris. She say they have great sex. We have amazing sex, because if we did not have great sex, we would not be married. I'm like, wow, okay. But she brings up how they have selfish sex, meaning whoever comes first, that mean it's done. I'm like, well, what do they do that at? I mean, whoever done first just has to do the other person in some kind of way. But whoever comes first and then it's done is so weird to me. But she's like, I want us to get back to be, sexually in sync with one another. To me, Chris and Monique were able to explain their points of view on what they need to improve on the best. Monique was like, we have great sex. However, I know that it's like whoever comes first, it's done. I want us to get past that. And for Chris, I love Chris' conversation. Chris brought up for him, he was taught about sex from watching porn. He was a young kid around his male cousins or whoever, siblings or whatever, and they would play porn. So he learned what sex is supposed to be by watching porn. I always say porn is the worst place, the worst thing, the worst educational thing to watch to make you think you know what to do. Okay, he said to him, that's what it was about. Bang, 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 and that was it. He never learned about intimacy. He didn't know that. He didn't know that. And I wish more men would be honest and say they were never taught what sex is supposed to be. You are supposed to woo the vagina. It should not be about who comes first. Truthfully, both people should be about making the other one finish at one point or the other. So even if you finish first, your mindset should still be, but I have to finish them too. So I love how they both are honest, because again, most men won't admit, I don't know about intimacy. I knew porn, and porn said, get your dick sucked and bang it on out and come and go home and go to sleep. So I love that openness of the conversation. To me, everyone's conversation was great except Fun Size and his wife. Even Jamie and Arena's confusing ass, weird ass, cringe conversation was still enlightening because they both were able to at least say from their perspective what was going on. So the conversation was really, really great from everybody except Fun Size and Ashley. Okay, now Winter kind of speaks up a little bit and brings up how she loves in the couples being open and honest about what's going on, their issues or whatever. Because a lot of couples don't do that. We don't see that on Love and Marriage Huntsville. People being just, open to whatever their issues may be to have a better understanding of how they need to move forward. And right, there's no intimacy in porn. None. It just isn't. Especially in straight porn. Heterosexual porn is really about the man getting off, and that's really it. It's bullshit. Watch lesbian porn, okay? Anyway, Winter also, because she's saying how, you know, she wanted the trip to somewhere. I can't think where she went. But she realized how much she did not like who she was becoming, what she was doing in this circle. Okay, so she apologized for, you know, if anyone was offended by the name she called, you know, Fun Size and Red Light Special. But she's like, it was me. I was just joking. Like it was in jest. It wasn't to be, you know what I'm saying, demeaning or this or that. She also brought up how this is what marriage should be about. Couples sitting around being open and having conversations. And I'm like, I think when you sit and you see other couples do what you could not do in your own marriage, because again, her thing is, I didn't have that in my marriage. I was swindled by somebody. I was hoodwinked and bamboozled by somebody, whatever. And so we were not able to have this situation here. And I appreciate Winter's maturity, because it takes a grown woman who doesn't need acceptance from other people to admit, hey, I'm sorry if what I said was offensive. My bad. I wasn't trying to be this or that. I was really just joking or whatever. That's what it was. Okay. And I love that I think some people think that if you apologize, the other person has to accept it. No. If I honestly say sorry, if you don't accept it, that's what you hold on to that shit. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna be good. Okay. But she gave an apology for what they had issue with. She owned that I said something that y'all didn't find funny. Cool. I got that. Punk ass Fun Size wife then her apology wasn't specific enough. So it was lackluster and I didn't care. No one has to personally apologize to you for a joke when you're sitting in the room and they're saying sorry to you and to you. I don't have to one by one you hoes, because I don't know y'all. And truthfully, the issue ain't even me, it's with Monique. Because she's the one who took what I said back to y'all again as if I kept talking shit. And that ain't what happened. So we then see Arena pulls Winter to decide to talk to her, because Arena understood the conversation and the apology. And Arena, when she's being level-headed and when she's not being Ashley lapdog, meaning she's not being upset because Ashley's upset for no reason. When Arena is being just fully fledged herself, I love her. I really do love her. Because she has a understanding of when to be a grown woman and when to admit that she also fucked up and when to acknowledge that, you know, what you said was cool and I accept that. So she also said sorry to Winter for how she acted the last time they was together. Okay, that whole blow up that they had, whatever. And, you know, she was like, I felt bad because I brought, oh my God. If y'all hear, you know, bass or whatever, my neighbor cuts the music on. But it's whatever. I can't, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. But she said, I feel bad for bringing up your ex-husband or whatever. And that me asking you, was you okay mentally, was because I knew you was going through a lot. I said, Arena, now you're on bullshit. You on bullshit, because you said verbatim that you were saying things to get up on her skin. And I don't feel like at any point in time when she was saying, is she okay mentally? I don't think they had anything to do with besides wanting to be a kind of mean girl with Ashley at the point in time. I think in this scene, she realized that she should have meant it that way. And I fully appreciate Arena just owning how she handled things the wrong way. So I like Arena on her own. I like her because it's like when she's with Ashley, it's a different vibe. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I liked her energy in this conversation. She was able to have a constructive conversation with Winter that wasn't any bullshit. It wasn't in anything underhanded. It wasn't her trying to be funny. It was her just owning her shit and her really, for the first time, checking in with Winter on how she felt based on what she's going through. Okay. And that's what it was. And I like that Winter, I accept your apology. You know what I'm saying? That what she said, um she's like, it's not that she said I wasn't dealing with things a lot that was mentally draining. It was more emotionally draining. Because the lies I've been dealing with, because I'm still dealing with Kevin and his bullshit. Okay. But she said I realized the person who I fell in love with wasn't even real. And I think they kept teasing her about what happened between her and Kevin. Her thing was, do y'all get the fact that emotionally I married somebody who wasn't who he was? And I found all that out and then had to just deal with it. Okay. And I'm like, that's great. It's really, really great. Also, her bringing up how, had she known that Kevin was coming on the trip earlier, she would have brought her own papers to ask him to sign them or whatever. And when Arena brings up how Kevin is trying to make her seem crazy, like she's making up stuff, which we know came from Jamie, because Arena has not met Kevin. So that showed that, the thing that she knows is thing that came from her husband. Okay. And we're like, girl, first of all, he not divorcing me. I'm divorcing him. So if I'm the one lying, why is he trying to stay married to me? That show you he's crazy. You hear me? Yes, I do like Arena's energy. But it's when she is just fully being herself and she's not being influenced by anything else that's on bullshit. Or she's not trying to deflect from the issues in her own marriage, which makes her defensive and is off-putting. You hear me? So I like that. Now we all see everyone sits for dinner. And Monique plays producer. So, Arena, what you want to talk about? I'm like, why does it matter? But again, that's her playing producer. And so from that conversation, it kind of goes into Winter versus Ashley. Because Arena brings up how, so now I wanted to tell her that I was happy for her apology or whatever. I also said to her. And little fun fast wife then brings up how I don't think it was a real apology, you know what I'm saying, because it was generic and like it's like saying sorry to everyone because you have things going on, but that's not an apology. I was like, it was an apology. She said sorry if y'all felt like my jokingly calling your husband's fun size and red light picture was whatever. I said sorry. Again, Ashley is a person who seems to not want to fix anything. She's happy being at odds with Winter because it helps deflect from the bullshit of her marriage. Her busy ass husband or her fucking all day husband. I don't know which one he is, okay? And so what I love is that as much as Ashley tried to deflate Winter's apology, Arena said, no, I appreciated it. I understood her apology. And, I also said sorry as well. I like that Arena did not fall down the rabbit hole of, oh, let's keep making Winter the bad guy. I like that Arena like, no, she said sorry, I accept it, which means you on bullshit. And for Ashley in her confessional to say, well, I'm not saying sorry to Winter anymore or whatever, because Winter loves playing victim. How the fuck is she playing victim? It aggravates when folks say someone playing victim who, one, you don't know, and y'all have not had any situations where that person played victim. When was she playing victim? If she came here and owned what she said that y'all did not like, at what point is she the victim? No, you playing victim because of a punk ass joke about your punk ass husband. She brings up and seeing how her and Winter discuss things that happened, they were fine or whatever, but she then heard that Winter was talking about shit. And I love that Winter said, well, no. Monique told you stuff that I had already said, as if I said more stuff, which wasn't the case. So Winter's whole point was, I wish I could have said that at our lunch. I also called them fun size, but it wasn't a big deal. Ashley is really trying to act like Winter was consistently talking shit about fun size, when her whole point was, I had one conversation with Monique and she pieced your asses piece by piece by piece to make it seem like after we were cool, I said more shit, and that wasn't true because Monique stirred the pot in that situation to me. And Ashley is the one playing victim. Ashley is playing victim because she's making it seem as if she said you had a degrading name for my husband. No, Oompa Loompa is degrading. Short Stacks is degrading. Fun size was funny. fun size was funny. That's not degrading. Y'all call that lady bald headed, whatever, and y'all also call her husband the winter swindler. That's rude to use her name in defense of her husband, who she told y'all scammed her. So Ashley likes to play victim as if, oh my God, Winter has done so many things to me. She says so much stuff about me and my husband that I have the right to be pissed. I was like, girl, get out of my phone. Y'all, everyone laughed at Fun Size, including fucking Fun Size. Everyone laughed. No one was like, ooh. If you get a ooh, that means, okay, that probably was rude. Ooh, that was, even said, no one said, ooh. They all laughed. You laughed every time it said. Monique brought Fun Size Snickers to the goddamn on retreat. I want y'all to take 1 second and like the video. I need some water, y'all. My foot's so dry. I'm like, oh, give me a little bit of a break. Anyway, right. So let me see. Great point. Monique had Fun Size at the lake house, and they all laughed. All laughed. It's easy for them to go at Winter because she's the lone wolf. Her only friend is Monique. She doesn't have a husband there to support her. She's the easy target. And they thought she was. And I'm going to say they, meaning mostly Ashley, were aggravated that Winter didn't stumble. She held her own. She didn't need a little husband around here helping her shade somebody else. Because Jamie, at least on the show, did not really go at Winter. Neither did Chris, neither did Neil. Now, I heard at the reunion, the men did go at her, meaning probably meaning Jamie and Fun Size. But we'll leave that when it airs, okay? But it's just weird that it's as if Ashley doesn't realize it's all being recorded. It's all gonna be on the show. And for the most part, the comments that I've seen on social media, on Twitter or whatever in the comment section, people feel like, everybody is delusional and Winter ain't really did shit wrong like that for all this rah-rah shit. And I see a lot of people on social media also bringing up how it shows how Monique is not a good friend of people. They keep comparing how she treated Winter to what happened between her and Candace on Potomac, when it seemed like Monique was speaking about Candace to, I think, Ashley, and kind of wasn't defending the friendship with Candace, and that's where the beef started with them two. And on this show, they're saying how it's the same thing, how Winter and Monique were only friends, because Winter did not know the other ladies. And how each time that Monique is talking to the other girls, she is fully enthralled in the bullshit and not really even trying to defend Winter. And not defend her as if Winter's innocent, but defend her on the point to say, hey, let's not even go down the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait for Winter to be here, whatever. Because Winter also brought up on the live she did this on my channel. Go around there, y'all. Go around there and watch the live that Winter did last night. Okay, she spoke on things or whatever, but she brought up how Monique never told her anything, or even that the ladies were talking about her when she wasn't around. She didn't know it till she got she watched the show. Anyway, so Monique then tells Winter, go ahead and talk to them about, what happened with you, whatever, and what you've been going through. So Winter brings up how, for the past 8 months, just going through this divorce, all this business with Kevin, how it has been tough emotionally. Yes, it really, really has. I've been going through it. And when Ashley gonna say, "Oh, so you're taking out your frustrations with your embezzling husband on me and my marriage?" No, heifer, no. And I liked her response and said, like, first of all, I didn't take anything out on you. I didn't come for you either. I responded to you coming for me based on misinformation. It's like Ashley don't realize that from day one at that event that Monique had on episode 1, she did not like Winter then, and she did not know Winter. That was crazy. So Winter never came for your marriage or for you, but she did respond to y'all trying to clown her for what she had been through. And I also like Winter saying how I only commented about stuff that you also said. Because going back and forth. Because Ashley wants to say, well, I don't have any misinformation. I've only spoken on things you told me. As if she don't get that Winter's saying, I'm not saying me speaking on my marriage. What I'm saying is Monique went back to y'all and told y'all shit as if I was consistently speaking about y'all. That's the misinformation. And the fact that Monique sat there quiet as a church mouse the whole time, I'm like, Monique, you the reason we in this shit. You hear me? And then when they try to make it seem as if Winter's saying, or she's spreading rumors about Quick, when she said we all know we've heard rumors. I'm like, Ashley said that. She said that she's heard rumors. Quick said it too. And Quick said, but we don't pay attention to rumors that we do not know, that we know are not true. So how is it that Winter said the exact same thing, but now she's the one spreading shit? It's like, what? No. And I want to say this, okay? I remember Quick being in some mess, and I could not think of what it was. So I Googled it, okay? Back in 2018, this is what I mean about Quick being a bitch and being messy and being, sound like a girl. Back in 2018, he was on a show, a radio host show. It was him and 2 people. The girl on the show, her name was Danny Starr. She quit live on air because Quick and the other guy blindsided her and brought on a girl who Danny did not want to hire as a nanny because the girl was a model. Again, Danny, Quick, and the other guy were the co-hosts of a radio show. And at one point, they were talking about her hiring a nanny, and she brought up how a model DM'd her about wanting to be the nanny, and Danny said, I'm not gonna hire that person. I don't want that person in my house. She never said who it was or whatever. Quick and the dude brought the girl on their show, ambushed Danny, and the girl was saying how Ashley was out here being jealous and insecure, and then Quick and the guy was like, just letting it all go down. You can't trust folks like that. Because of your co-host ambush you and allow someone to come into your house and talk shit about you is messy. And I said, I remember him. I knew him from somewhere. He's always been messy. They were on air, and the girl was kind of like going in on the Danny girl, and they were making it seem as if, well, Ashley, not Ashley, they were trying to make it seem as like the co-host girl, Danny, was probably not hiring other pretty girls, and that wasn't fair. And I was like, what? If you Google, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, okay? And to hear them like agreeing with the girl, I was like, you can't trust him. He's just as messy as his wife. It was a messy ambush then, and now they're doing the same thing now. They want to kind of try to expose Winter for something that doesn't even exist. They want to go at Winter for as a tag team back again, okay? Bull of the shit. You hear me? And I just feel like you can't trust people like that. Yes, they literally capitalized on that one conversation between Winter and Monique, and everyone has been using it since then, including Quick. And so I'm like, I remember him. So I'm like, the fact that him and the other guy tag team with that girl, their own co-host, live on air, and was trying to gaslight her to make it seem like she's the crazy one. She's like, no, y'all, fuck this show. Fuck this show. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Quick has been messy. He's been petty. He's been bitch-like. Because to do that to your co-host is on bullshit. So I'm not surprised him and his co-host now, who's his wife, are trying to ambush Winter. That's just what it is. You hear me? So get out my damn face, okay? So it's on YouTube. You can go ahead and listen to it. So whatever. Now back in the scene. Chris brings up how he just wonders if they can all work things out, and Raina said, well, we don't have to all be friends because Monique is Winter's friend. I'm sorry, because Winter is Monique's friend. So we don't even have to see her. I'm like, who says to somebody, we don't have to see you because you her friend? I'm like, to me, that's crazy. To me, that's also, I'm like, Raina, why you do that? Because you have no issue with Winter. You don't. But in my opinion, Raina should not be jumping on the bandwagon to be with Ashley. And I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't know. Okay. And then Ashley then said, well, no, that's not true because look, we see her now. And they're all up there laughing. They're laughing about how they don't have to be around her or see her, as if she's not sitting there right now telling y'all how hard of a time she's had over the past 8 months. Monique was also laughing. Proof that you cannot always trust folks who you think is your friend. Because Winter assumed that Monique was her friend who brought her into a fold to get friendlier with other women. But the whole time, Monique has not done anything to help garner a sisterhood within these girls. They built this season off of Winter, and now they're trying to push her out because they feel like if they do a season 2, we'll all watch the rest of them. If y'all can't bring shit next season, after season 2, it'll be done. Anyone who sits and laughs about not having to see you to be your friend after you said how hard or time you've had, the fact that Raina had already acknowledged that I see you going through hard times. Raina acknowledged that just 20, 30 minutes prior. Now y'all are laughing about her not needing to be around. And that's the sisterhood. Be careful about people who, when you tell them how you have the bad, if you tell someone this is what I'm going through, and they still shit on you, fuck them people. The show needs Winter. Truthfully, okay? And Winter brings up how at the end of the day, I said sorry for my statements or whatever. I made a joke, and that's the issue, but when does it end? When does me acknowledging what I did, when does it end? Girl, fuck that. Then we see Kevin walk in with the briefcase. Can y'all hear the music? Can y'all hear bass or what's playing? Let me know. Can y'all hear that? Because I feel like it's loud because I hear it. So let me know if any of that is picking up in the mic. But we then see Kevin come in with that goddamn briefcase. And he walk in all smiling like a little scammer that he is. Okay. Looking just devious. Okay. And I'm like, okay, good. Cool. Thank you. I want to be sure. No. Okay, thanks. Kevin walk in like, I'm happy to see you. I haven't saw you in months. I want to know how. I'm like, sir, don't come in here like we cool because we not cool. I want a divorce. I want a divorce. So don't come in here smiling at me when you won't sign a goddamn on papers. You hear me? And so it was like, Kevin, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to light your ass up, okay? But to me, Monique, Chris playing producers. Monique, Chris, and the producers ain't shit for this. Because she's been saying all season how she wants a divorce. You know, he not this, he not that. Y'all then have them come to a couples retreat the day a sex therapist is there because y'all think they can work things out. I was like, get out my fucking face. Okay. Now in the confessional, in a little bit of the scene, Monique was Team Winter. She wasn't really featuring nothing that Kevin was saying. Okay. And I'm like, right. He looks strange. I think his veil of scaring is off. She now knows who he is, so he don't have to look different for nobody now. Okay. And when Kevin said, I miss you, Winter, and I haven't seen you since July. Well, I do not miss you. And you haven't seen me because you left. And she brings up how he left because she's like, I did not put him out. He left, went back to his parents' house because he did not want to answer my questions I had about the charges. And I think that's the gotcha. Charges of you being a whole goddamn on swindler came out, and you left the house versus explaining to her what went on. He said in his talk with Chris early in the season that he left to get things figured out so that he can explain to her later. But if she's asking you what happened, you don't have any answers, bruh, you want bullshit. Okay? And punk ass quick, it's like him saying, are you married? Did you scam women? I'm like, stop, shut up. Okay? So Kevin brings about he did not scam Winter. They are still married. The fact that he keeps pointing out they're still married when he knows she wants a divorce, it's like he's a stalker. He's crazy. He then pulls out that damn PowerPoint presentation of her that book, and she said, "Oh, not the free ebook that we didn't even write." She brings up how people transcribed what she said for a master class they did back in 2020 before she found out about him being accused of scamming his business partners in 2021. Kevin tried to scam us into thinking he ain't scamming, but sir, we got your card. We know what's going on, okay? And I was like, sir, I no, you're not fooling me. No. Because Kevin kept trying to change the conversation, change the narrative or whatever. Because Winter asked him a direct question. She said, you know what? When did I write that book? Was that book? She said, was it before or after I found out about the investment charges? He couldn't even answer that. I asked a direct question. Was that book written before or after the charges? And Kevin would not answer. And then when she said, that it was written in like October 2020. That's not true. No, that's not true. Monica was next. She's like, no, the copyright right there said 2020. So Kevin was caught in a lie already because she's saying I wrote it in 2020 or it came out in 2020. He said that's not true. Monique said, well, no, the copyright says 2020 right there. So you're lying. You're lying, okay? And then he make it seem like she won't let him talk. But she's like, no, because you're trying to dominate the conversation or whatever. And I'm not going to do that because the lies come out. So we see Ashley and Funfast get up and leave out. Jamie and Arena leave out as well. At the end of the day, if you are a main cast and you get up and leave a scene and they keep filming elsewhere without y'all, are you really main cast? Now Neil and Tasha off left, but I'm like down, you know what I'm saying? They're not main cast. But the fact that two couples of the three main couples got up and left and the camera still rolled on Winter and Kevin shows y'all not even really main cast. You're not really main cast. So get out my face, okay? Now back at the table, okay? They still talking, okay? I'm like, girl, it's kind of crazy. Winter brings up how, she's like, we've been in post-marriage counseling the whole time. We were married or whatever. So don't make it seem as if I out the blue left you for no reason. He tried to make it seem as if when she did not want to live with him because he was older. She's like, why would I marry you? That's stupid. You're on bullshit, okay? Who said Pootie Tang? I mean, he could be Pootie Tang's older uncle. I'll think that. And she brings up, I would love to work on my marriage with the person who was an architect who I fell in love with or whatever that graduated from the University of Maryland. Kevin then say, I never called myself a licensed architect. When he said he's never called himself a licensed architect, meaning he's out here acting like he's one. Anyone who says I would never call myself a licensed architect because sir, that means you've been lying. You've been lying, okay? And then when Kevin tried to keep coming near her, she was walking away or whatever. And then she sings a famous song. You hear me? You've been lying before you got here. You've been lying for 2 years. You need to sign my papers and give me my divorce. Okay, somebody give me that pen. Get him a pen, please, thank you. And she walks away. Because her thing is, I don't have nothing to say. I have nothing that we need to discuss. I have nothing to say to you, whatever. Sign the damn papers. Give me my divorce. That's it. And she walks away. Now, Kevin the whole time is still trying to talk to Monique and Chris, trying to make it seem like he done a scammer. Monique was like, sir, no, bullshit. Kevin didn't show shit to prove he wasn't a scammer. What he proved was Winter was right. He on bullshit. She see it now. She's over it. I want a divorce. So anyone making it seem like, it's something to be made fun of. Y'all now see how much he is on bullshit with me. Get out of my face, Kevin. We don't like you, okay? Now with this, he asked him, want to have a conversation because after he put aside or whatever, they talk. And for me, I still feel like as he said how, we could have been friends or whatever, but you call my husband fun size. But your husband is fun size. He is, okay? And then Winter brings up, well, I thought we were fine. As I talk with it, but I'm sorry again. I wish I would address the fun size comment at lunch, but I did not. But again, I had already said it. And for me, the fact that Abby won't let it go proves she is this petty. The song is priceless. I won't sing it because my voice ain't right. Okay? And she need to sell that song fully. Winter is made for TV. She just needs somebody who really has her back. She was really on a show where everyone was against her, including Monique. And I don't mean that Monique was purposely trying to sabotage anything, but Monique did not help. Monique didn't help anything. She made everything worse. Each time she tried to help, she fucked up things. Period. I feel like Monique tried to be the Giselle, and it didn't work. She tried to be the nucleus of the group, and it didn't work. She tried to intervene and shit, and it did not work. Everything she did backfired. And while Arena and Ashley was team, Monique, and they didn't like Winter, the viewers, those of us who watched the show, was like, girl, you're on bullshit. We don't like it at all. And Winter brings up how at the end of the day she's about, building up women and being positive or whatever. And that, even the joke about the fun size was in response to something that Quick said to her at the table earlier at dinner, on that first, on episode 2. And Ashley gonna say, but coming from my husband is also coming from me. I was like, first of all, if your husband wasn't saying shit, no one would have to respond to him about being a fun size person. Had he not said something before, I see bots already. If he had not made a shady joke towards Winter, she would not have had to reply. So making it seem like, oh, well, you came at my husband, so it also affected me. Your husband started it. Tell him to shut the fuck up. When it comes to me, the men should not get involved in that. Your husband is a bitch, and I mean it in the most respectful way. He should not have gotten involved, and I feel like we know that on these shows. We've always shown how the men should kind of sit back, chill out, because let the women do what they do. When you get involved, it gets dicey, and plus the fact that we know Winter does not have a male person there to go at Quick. They may not get the fact that it has not been announced yet if it will get a season 2 is kind of weird. But also for Bell Collective, was gone for over a year. We just found out they're coming back. So they might get a season 2. They might. The kicker would be if they don't have Winter, what will the season 2 be? Because the fans, for the most part, is on Winter's side. Some folks do like athlete, some folk also like Arena, but I think all folk understand they was on some bullshit too. So it just depends on if the network wants to try with the regular cast again. And Winter also thanked Ashley for kind of having her back with Kevin since it was bullshit. And Ashley brought up how like, I don't have to like you, but if I see bullshit, I'll call it out. And that like I felt BS from the moment he started talking. So I don't get how you didn't get he was a scammer. And Winter made the best point. She was like, he's a fast talking person for one, and how he's coming now was not how he came at me. That's not how he approached me. I think people don't get when someone's scamming you, they're a different person. And she said, had he been that person in the beginning, I would have seen it. But he came at me from a Christian man of God standpoint, and that, made me think he was a great person. He didn't come at me like he was down there. That's different. Okay. And then we do see Monique come in. We see Arena come in, and they sing her song, and it ends on a great note of them all getting along. And I'm like, this to me proves y'all can get along. Y'all don't want to. That's the gotcha. Because Arena coming in with a microphone and y'all in there singing and this bopping along, y'all can have a good time. Y'all do not want to like Winter because she reminds y'all of something that y'all have not been able to do yet, and that's leave y'all husbands. And that was the whole episode. And that's why I feel like, thank you, Jasmine King, for the Cash App. That is why I feel like, this season really showed us how sometimes people use people for a storyline, for no reason. Because in my opinion, everyone stood on Winter's shoulders this season. Everyone balanced whatever issue they had in their marriage, and it kind of revolved back around to Winter. There was no reason for them to invite Winter and Kevin to a couples retreat with a sex therapist. And we see in the preview for the next episode, Winter didn't leave. She stayed the following day. Why? Because producers wanted her there. Because truthfully, if she wasn't needed, they would have her leave. What's the difference between marrying a scammer and being cheated on by your husband? It's betrayal regardless. And we also saw for the preview that Ashley and Quick admit how they cheated on each other. So for me, I'm like, you're not fooling me, bro. You're not fooling me, bro. Because nothing else makes any sense for them to make it seem as if, everything is all, it's all Winter's, bad fault. Winter did it. No, y'all used her this whole season. And I don't know who's more to blame, production or the cast. Because I high-key feel like they were filming the season and Winter wasn't involved, and it got boring, and Monique invited Winter, and they picked stuff up from there. The first episode is about Monique's event where Winter's speaking. The dinner at Monique's house, the couple dinner, went back around to Winter and Kevin because Chris brought up meeting up with Kevin. There was a whole beef between Jamie and his son. We heard shit from that. Did Quick ever stop working a lot? We ain't heard nothing about that. Everything went back to Winter. And the one conversation she had with Monique. Period. And you can't tell me different. Okay. Now look, y'all know tonight, P Valley, after Chit Chat at 11:05. Okay. On my channel around here. Y'all know tomorrow I will have a live at 9 p.m. to recap Housewives of Atlanta and also Married to Medicine. And I told y'all there's a live from Winter speaking on, what happened this season. That's amazingly well. I'm working on, because Ray J was live, Ray J lives are funny. So I'm working on editing that down to put that up as well. I'm also putting up my old Bill Collective reviews because season 2 is starting, so I have that. I'll probably live. I'm gonna probably go live around 7 to talk about the new couples with the new cast on Bell Collective and also the new people on Ready to Love. So around 6 or 7. It'll be between 6 and 7. I want to have that out today as well. Because again, content. But again, I'll be live tonight at 11:05. For that, I will between 6 and 7. I'll be live for Bell Collective and Ready to Love. Tomorrow is. I'm trying to get it all together in my head. It's so much going on. I'm trying to keep my channel popping. Okay. P-Valley was a great episode. So as soon as that episode goes off tonight, I will be live on my channel. Y'all know we do live after chats for that. So again, I will see y'all later. Cause I already have my graphics set for that. So you know what? At 6 p.m. I'll have the live to show y'all the cast of Ready to Love and also touch on your collective cast too. So I'll have that up today. So yeah, let's do 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is when it'll be up. But do not forget to like my video, to comment for the replay watchers. Y'all know that the share button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on IG and Twitter at JayLeesCorner. And I hope y'all had a good time with me today. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm around here trying to do things, whatever. So I will see y'all at 6 p.m., which is in 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. But be blessed, be great, be loved. You're always loved, and I will talk to you later. Gotta go. Bye.